everybody, this is Steven and you are watching Steven's Toybox. In today's video, I wanted to go over some books I picked up. As you guys know, I collect pop figures and toys and things like that. But something I haven't really gone over yet is my book collection. It's not humongous, but it's a pretty decent collection. So with that, we will go ahead and jump into today's video. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys is the Amazing Spider-Man featuring Venom Marvel Comics Digest. I picked this up at Walmart. It's similar to like the Archie ones you can get, but when you flip through it, it's got like full color comics. I don't think they're all like in order, but they're, for the most part, story-wise, they're all kind of congruent or cohesive with each other. Yeah, so there's that. I picked this up at Walmart. It was $7. Isn't too bad. Next one I picked up was V.C. Andrews' My Sweet Audrina. I have not read this book yet. I listened to the podcast My Favorite Murder, and at one point they were actually talking about this book, and I go to, where I live, there's a used bookstore I go to, that my aunt's boyfriend's family actually owns. But I saw this at the used bookstore for $1.99. Hello, a hardback. Like, hardbacks are expensive, so I snagged this baby up. I was like, I haven't read it yet, but I know V.C. Andrews wrote a lot of really good books, so I'll definitely be giving this a read. The next one I'm going to show you guys is Rosemary's Baby. This was another used bookstore pickup. I got this baby for $3.49, which was super cool because at the time I bought this, I had never actually seen Rosemary's Baby. Kind of a cool collector's item. Yeah, so there's Rosemary's Baby. Then the next one I picked up, I was actually really excited because I saw it at Books A Million previously and kind of wanted to buy it, but I was like, I don't really want to pay almost $10 for this book right now. There's other things I'd rather have. But I found this at the same used bookstore, Zodiac. It's a book about the Zodiac killer. Picked this up for $4.49, and normally after taxes, let's see, it says $8.99. Little trick for everybody. I worked at Books A Million for 2 years. It was my very first job I ever had. Most books, if you look right here over the short barcode, these last four numbers over here is the price of the book. So, for instance, this one is 50899. So you would look at 0899. The book was $8.99, and I got it for $4.49. So I literally got it for like half the price, which is super cool because the Zodiac murders were actually very, very interesting. I don't know if any of you are super into true crime or not, but in the center of the book, it's got actual like pictures and stuff of letters that the Zodiac killer sent the police and whatnot. So I will definitely be giving this a read at some point. Then the next one I picked up, again, same used bookstore, and I about crapped when I saw it because I just, at the time I bought this book, I had purchased the audiobook version of it to listen to at work. I think it was like $10, but it's a story that I've always found very, very interesting. The Amityville horror. Based on true events. I picked this up for $1.99 at that same used bookstore that I showed you guys the last three books I picked up from. It's a true crime story. As you can see, this poor baby has been through it. Which this was more for like a collection piece rather than something I'm actually going to read because I listened to the audiobook. And as you can see, it's bitch has gone through it, so I don't want to like go flip through the pages and whatnot. I kind of just wanted it to have in my collection because I'm a huge horror fan. So then the next one I'm going to show you is Anne Rule, The Stranger Beside Me. Saw this book at Books A Million. My sister had been looking for it forever, so I snagged her up a copy of it, and then I was like, well, I kind of want to have one too. So I bought one for myself. This book's about Ted Bundy. As you can see, it is a very thick book, and in the center of the book there's photos and whatnot. I'm trying to be careful. I hate when my books have like creases in the spine. Yeah, so there's that. I know, like I said, my sister had been looking for this book forever. Couldn't find it. I happened to just run across it in Books A Million. They had a little end cap in one of their aisles of like true crime books, and I was on the phone with her. I was like, oh, hey, they have The Stranger Beside Me. And she's like, buy it for me. So I was like, okay. So they only had 2 copies, so I grabbed one for her and one for myself. Then the last book I had picked up, I bought this at the same time I bought The Stranger Beside Me, was The Lost World by Michael Crichton. This one is the sequel to Jurassic Park. And I looked and looked for this, and finally Books A Million got it back in. But I specifically wanted this copy of it because, as you guys can see here, they're like the same kind of style and size. This one's obviously a hardback, but yeah, finally found this, picked it up. Like I said in my last video with all my Jurassic World toys, if you guys haven't read this book, either of these books, and you're a fan of Jurassic Park, you are really doing yourself a disservice. So definitely pick these up, check them out. They're great books. There's a lot of stuff in this book that happens in the second movie, so The Lost World, that didn't happen in the first movie, but they took from this book. So it's kind of cool. You get kind of most of the same characters and in a slightly different storyline. For the most part, they're the same, but you can obviously tell. And even in most cases, I don't want to be that person that's like, the book was better, but the book was better. And then the last thing I'm going to show you guys, I actually picked up today while I was out running errands with my sister. I found this at Meijer. It was $15. Is the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark box set. It comes with all 3 books in it, as you can see here. Super affordable, really wasn't very expensive at all. I love these books. I remember reading them when I was in 3rd grade and was just utterly obsessed with them. It was weird. I've always been really into horror, but when I was younger, I was absolutely terrified of horror movies, and I'll go more into that. I'm gonna do some more horror-oriented stuff for the month of October. So I'll kind of go into more of that in a later video, but yeah, as you can see, it's got all 3 books in it. It's in paperback, and it comes in this nice little like cardboard sleeve. So it looks nice on the shelf. It almost looks like it's one whole book, but obviously it's not. And with that, I am actually out of new things that you guys have yet to see, so I will go ahead and end this video here. As always, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, let me know what you think, comment down below, tell me what your favorite item from this video was, and make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way every time I upload a video, you will get a notification letting you know that one is uploaded, so you never miss anything. And with that, I will go ahead and end this video. I will talk to you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.